What's going on, Tan and J Man Show Nation? It is Monday night. It's August 25th, 2025, the last August episode of the Tan and J Man Show. Episode 458 overall, if you're keeping track at home, which is none of you. I don't know why I say that all the time, but I'm Tanner Lee. Joining me from a state over to the west in Illinois, Josh the J Man Munt. J Man, how we doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you tonight, T-Dog?
Doing good, Jay man. I'm loving the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I love this time of year. My favorite time of year, I think, September through early November.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's my absolute favorite. And, it seems like every week or every year, week one of the college football season, it's always like 90 degrees still.
Mhm.
And it's just miserable. It doesn't feel like football. But this week, it is absolutely gorgeous. I think right here where I'm at now, it's maybe 70, if not the high 60s. It has a fall feel to it. I threw on a long sleeve shirt. Um, perfect weather. No humidity. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it's kind of scary because I'm thinking, okay, when's the last heat wave coming in then?
Yeah.
Because we're due for at least one more.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but for week one of college football, I don't remember better weather. So,
No,
yeah.
me either.
Yep. So, but we got a lot to talk about. This is our NFL preview episode, doing it a week earlier than normal this year. We also got week one of college football going on, like we've been talking about. So we got our Big Ten picks and confident points. We'll also talk about the top 25 matchups. And then, but we're going to lead off with some Chicago Cub talk from you because unlike last week, the Cubs have got on a little heater.
Yeah. I'll do birdie bogey first here, real quick. It is NFL related question. What running back has led the NFL in rushing yards in a single season the most times? So the
Okay.
guy who has the not title, but like the guy who has the most. I'm
He's
gonna
led
start.
the league
Yes,
for single season rushing yards the most frequent times.
the most
All
frequent
time.
times. Yeah,
All,
all time.
okay.
Birdie or Bogey is brought to you by Arlington Public House for good cuisine, cocktails, located 703 Main Street in Rochester. Go check them out.
They had fish over the weekend special with beer batter fries and side salads. So like I've been saying, they like to have on the weekend specials a lot of seafood.
Yeah.
So which is hard to find good seafood in northern Indiana. So if you're in the mood for some seafood, go check them out right there on Main Street in Rochester. And I think we were talking about this on a few episodes ago. They started doing some like how-to videos, how to cook certain things or show their process. This latest one, the reel, was the dinosaur rib.
Oh, I'm gonna
They
check
showed
that
how
one
to do
out.
that. So yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
mouthwatering. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
I
Not
bet.
gonna lie. So it's a bone-in braised short rib for anybody wondering
Mm.
what exactly the dinosaur rib is, but it looks like a
I
dinosaur rib. It's pretty ginormous.
I'd never heard it called a dinosaur rib before, but that sounds fantastic.
Yep. Yep. It looks good. So go check them out. Like I said, Main Street in Rochester, and you will not be disappointed no matter what you select to eat and drink.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to Cubs, what a difference a week makes. I mean, sitting here last week, they had got two-hit shutout against the Brewers in what was supposed to be game one of the doubleheader, ended up just being a one-gamer that day as the second game got rained out. Cubs found themselves 9 games out heading into Tuesday, and now all of a sudden they are 5 games out of the division race. They've increased their lead for a playoff spot to 8 games over the Cincinnati Reds, and it feels like they've gotten kind of their mojo back. The guy who hadn't been hitting, who had a 31-game homerless streak, and Kyle Tucker at 3 of them over the weekend, and he looks more like himself. Pete Crow Armstrong had a 30-game homerless streak. He hit the game winner in the 9th inning against Kenley Jansen in LA on Friday. So the vibes are better coming off a sweep there in LA against the Angels, and find themselves right back in the thick of the division race as the Cubs do not face a team that is currently over 500 until September 18th. So now's the time they need to go on the run. Now it's not going to be easy because they still have the Braves twice. Braves stink, but they're still the Braves. They're still a little scary, and they have to go to San Francisco, who is right near 500. I think they're 5 games under, but it's a place that the Cubs have never played well. Same with Colorado. Colorado's played some pretty good baseball, relatively speaking, in the second half. They've been a lot better in the second half than they were the first half. Still not good.
Hard to be worse than they were the first half,
yeah.
though.
Impossible to be worse. I would say they're close to 500, probably a few games under 500. But I know there was a time just a few days ago, maybe last week, where since July 4th, they were 16-22 and the Dodgers were 15-22. So they were technically better than the Dodgers since July 4th. But again, Colorado's a place Cubs have never played well. So it's not going to be easy, but at least they've given me a shot in the arm. In the fan base, because the fan base needed a good stretch and they've won 8 of their last 10. So yeah, feel pretty good about what they're doing now, and now they just got to keep on winning.
I'm still disappointed that we didn't get some vintage J-Man on Twitter.
I think vintage J-Man Twitter's dead. I'm not the same guy I was 8 years ago or so. 7-8 years ago. Yeah, thank you. Thank goodness. But yeah, it's I don't even know if I'm sure I tweeted over the weekend. I can't remember. Maybe 2 or 3 tweets over the weekend. But
I gotta be honest, I only look for it when the Cubs are playing bad to see what you're.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Because I'm boring when they're playing well on there. But yeah.
Actually, for everybody that doesn't know out there, I mean, J-Man's fun on Twitter when the Cubs are playing bad, but if you want to get really entertained, make sure you're following him during college basketball season.
Yeah. Luckily for my mental health, my college basketball team's been good here the past, 6 years or so. But during the end of Bruce Weber days and into the final couple years of the John Gross era, it was not a pretty sight for me on Twitter. But I've calmed down significantly. Now my wife might say something a little different, but I feel like I'm more zen. And that's one sport that I look forward to, but at the same time I never look forward to because I know I have a hard time watching Illinois basketball because you lose a game and it feels like the season's over. Where baseball, it's a marathon, not a sprint, which is nice. The NFL, for some reason, I don't really get overly. Maybe it's because my team stunk for the 33 years of my existence, for the most part. That I'm not like into the world if they lose a game, but college basketball. It is that way for me. I don't know why it does it, but it brings the worst out of me for whatever reason.
Well, and I think one thing about college basketball fandom that's frustrating is you can have a great season, get upset early in the tournament. You've been there. Yeah. I've been there multiple times. Yeah. And it just feels like the season was to waste. And it's not fair thinking that way. Right. That everything comes down to a crapshoot tournament, but is what it is.
Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like that more in that sport than any other sport. Like the NFL, I'm just happy if my team makes the playoffs. NFL, happy if my team makes the playoffs. I think I said baseball. College football, couldn't care less because my team that I would say that I'm a fan of has been brutal my entire life. But
not this year.
Well, we'll see. College basketball, though, yeah, you always go into a season. Now, there's some season where I go into, all right, we make the tournament. I'm happy because I know the team's probably not going to be that great. But the past couple of years, it's like, man, I need a Sweet 16, at least a Sweet 16. And it's so hard to do. It's very hard. Your team's done it a bunch here the past couple of years, but that's more of a aberration than it is, a norm for a lot of programs.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine what I'm going to be feeling going into this year because I think I'm going to have higher expectations than I ever have. It is exciting but terrifying. Because
you think you'll have higher expectations this year than you did Edie's final year, huh?
Yes, I think they're going to be deeper. I think they're going to be ranked higher. Yeah, I think they're going to be at least 10 deep this year. Oh, at least 10 deep, probably not 11. 10 deep, yeah. Yeah, Edie was dominant, but I think overall they can be a better team this year.
Yeah, it is interesting when you come into the year thinking you're 10 deep, and then come March you're 7.5 deep. Pretty
Sure.
much, it's the bench shortened significantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, having that depth just in case somebody gets hurt too helps.
So we'll save the college basketball talk for a couple months down the road. So, but it is week 1, college football.
It is, yeah.
And we got a big one. Well, we got a couple big games Saturday, but the big one that's catching the headlines is number 1 Texas at number 3 Ohio State. I don't know if I recall a bigger week 1 matchup in my college football fandom or days of being a college football fan, I should say. So my blind rankings, I got a couple quarterbacks from Texas and a couple from Ohio State.
All right.
And you can rank them however you would like. Starting with Craig Krenzel, Ohio State.
Title winning quarterback. Hard to do. I wouldn't say he was that great, though. He had an incredible running back next to him. He had a very good team around him.
As do a lot of these guys.
Fair. I'm gonna put him 5. I'm gonna start with the 5 spot. I think he stinks.
All right. Vince Young.
Oh, who else is on this list? He was obviously one of the more famous quarterbacks ever, and again, a title-winning quarterback. His numbers didn't blow you away, though, so I'm gonna put him at 3.
3? Wow, I thought he'd be number 1.
No.
I thought he'd be number 1.
Well, that makes me nervous for what you have else on the list.
Troy Smith.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put college careers over all of these. Obviously, a lot of it has to be college careers because Vince Young's career stunk in the NFL. Krenzel, I don't even know if he played it down in the NFL. Did Troy Smith win a title?
Won a Heisman.
Vince Young didn't win a Heisman.
He was second.
I'm gonna have to put Smith. I'm gonna have to put Smith 2.
2. I'm trying to look up if he won a Heisman or not, or I mean a title.
He definitely won the They got smacked by Florida in a title game. That one, Ted Ginn ran back for a touchdown to open the game or something like that.
That was his senior year, I believe.
Yeah.
So, Colt McCoy.
Oh man. He didn't win a title.
Got there.
Had a chance, and he got hurt early in the first quarter.
Who was that backup who played pretty well for Texas, and then he transferred to San Diego State?
Yeah. Oh, man. What was his name? He played in the NFL for a little bit, too. The guy did.
Was it?
I want to say Gilbert, but it's probably
Garrett
not.
Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Man, Colt McCoy was a 4-year starter. He put up incredible numbers. I'm putting him 1.
Putting him 1.
Mm-hmm.
The last one I could pick from a whole list of other Ohio State quarterbacks, I feel like, or really Texas quarterbacks also.
Yeah.
But I'm going Ohio State. I'm going to go with JT Barrett.
Man, him and Colt McCoy had very similar careers as far as longevity goes. Obviously, I have to put him 4. In a re-rank, I think the only thing I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna swap Smith and Barrett. I think that's the only thing I'm gonna do. Keep Vince at 3. Yeah.
I mean, this was tough to come up because Ohio State alone, just in the last decade, you had C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, J.T. Barrett, like I said, Dwayne Haskins, Cardell Jones, who
he's a 4-game
winner, but he won a title. Braxton Miller, Terrell Pryor. I mean, my goodness.
Texas hasn't had quite the string of quarterbacks, especially the past 10 years or so. Really, since McCoy left, they hadn't really had great ones. But
Garrett Gilbert, David Ash, that's a name I forgot about.
Forgot about him, yeah.
Case McCoy, those two are going back and forth. Then they had Tyrone Swoops. I heard about a lot of these guys because I lived with a Texas fan in college.
That's a good point.
All
Yeah.
these names are coming back to me now from those days when they weren't very good.
Yeah, Sam Ellinger was in
Tim
there.
Ellinger, Casey Thompson, Hudson Card started a couple games, Quinn Ewers, and then of course now Arch Manning, but not near Ohio State's list.
No, I would say of those guys, maybe Ellinger was probably the best, but Quinn Ewers probably right there as well. But other than that, they all kind of stunk.
And before Vince Young, you had Major Applewhite and Chris Sims back and forth for 4 years. So that was my earliest days. I don't remember Richard Walton in '98. I don't remember that early. That would have been Ricky Williams' days, though. He probably didn't pass a bunch.
I was going to say, just hand the ball off.
Yeah. Which, I mean, these teams are two of the more talented teams year in, year out.
Yeah.
So, but that is the blind ranking segment, which is brought to you by Like It Is Every Week, Performa Print Suit Promo Group. If you're looking for a trustworthy, dependable resource for next trade show, company picnic, or sales meeting in 2025 or 2026, Performa Print Suit Promo Group has over 50 years combined experience in promotional products and commercial print. They strive for fast and efficient response to all your print needs, so you look no further. Let them be your one-source print and promotional company today by giving Barbara Van Weinsberg a call at 574-210-3815. Man, it felt good to go through and pick some games and put some confident points on them again.
Yes, sir. It always took me for a shock. I'm like, man, there's 18 league games this week. Man.
I know. We got some Thursday nighters, some Friday nighters. It's crazy, too, when I was looking at it. Some of these Big Ten teams have played on Thursday or Friday night for years.
Michigan State on Friday night, always Friday.
Rutgers, Minnesota, Thursdays.
Yeah.
It seems like all the time. Wisconsin's usually Thursday or Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, kind of strange there.
Yeah.
But I got a good slate of games. We'll start off with the first one on Thursday, Ohio at Rutgers.
I have Rutgers for 11.
I got the Scarlet Knights for 8. These Big Ten MAC matchups are tough for week 1. Rutgers is a 15-point favorite, but I could see this one being right around there, 14, 15-point game.
Yeah, definitely.
Buffalo at Minnesota. Minnesota's a 17.5-point favorite. PJ Fleck's 9th year.
9, that's crazy. There's some of these guys like, man, I can't believe they've been here that long. Give me Minnesota for 8.
I got Minnesota for 10. Miami, Ohio at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a 7.5-point favorite. This is a 9 o'clock kick, Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central, Thursday night. Big year for Luke Fickell.
Yeah, could be 3 and done if they. I don't know if there's like a number he needs to get to, but I'd say if they win less than 7 games, he's probably gone.
Oh, if they don't make a bowl, he's gone for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think even 6-6 might get him. But I do think they win this one. I have Wisconsin for 10.
I got Wisconsin for 11, so we're right there. Nebraska at Cincinnati, but Nebraska's a 7-point favorite. When I looked it up, this game's actually neutral site at Arrowhead.
Yeah, at Arrowhead. Yeah, that threw me off too.
Which means Nebraska's going to have a majority of the crowd.
Yeah. One of just a few power conference versus power conference games this week. So I have Nebraska winning it, but I only have 4 confidence points on it. I don't think Cincinnati's very good, though.
No, this is a big year for Satterfield.
Yeah.
It's his 3rd year at Cincinnati after leaving from Louisville. A lot of people forget that. He left on his own.
Yeah.
He didn't get fired from of course, Louisville was working behind the scenes, wanted to get Jeff Brom, but Satterfield had enough with their fan base and left him. Hasn't been going well at Cincinnati, really, and but I got Nebraska for 5. I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Western Michigan at Michigan State. Like we said, this has been an opening game for years, it feels like. Western Michigan usually plays them pretty tough.
Yeah.
Michigan State's a 20.5-point favorite.
It always seems like Michigan State's like it's really close entering the 4th quarter, and they kind of pull away at the end. But I have Michigan State for 7.
I got Sparty for 7 as well. Another directional school against the big state school. Western Illinois to Leathernecks at Illinois. Number 12 Illinois, I should say, is 45.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I think they're the biggest favorite this week in the Big Ten, last I checked, which has to be the first time that's ever been said for Illinois football.
Yes.
I am taking Illinois for 15.
I got the Illini for 13. I think they roll, but there's a couple others.
Yeah.
I guess I was more confident, in which the first few weeks is always hard because there's so many. It's like I wish I could put 18 on 4 different games.
Yeah.
But no, Illinois should roll in that one. Saturday games, Ball State at Purdue. Purdue's a 17.5-point favorite.
I have Purdue for 5.
I got the Boilers for 9. I'm pretty confident, except, there's 83 new members on the roster, but I think Ball State, I read, has got 50 themselves. Their coach is actually a Purdue grad in 2000, didn't play football at Purdue, but he took the Ball State job from Butler.
Oh, okay.
So
it's always hard when you have a new coach coming in to know what you just don't know what to expect, and so you're kind of basing it off the previous year, and
don't know what to expect on either school here. And anymore, you can't even really base it off the previous year because so many people leave, and it's a start over, a reset almost every year now for these football teams.
It is.
So that's what I like. They're asking Barry Odom about something about last year. He goes, I haven't spent a single second talking to my team about last year because he goes, there's this, we weren't here. He's like, this is, so. Interesting one here. Northwestern 6-point dogs at Tulane.
I have Northwestern for 1. That doesn't surprise me that Tulane's favored, though.
I'm making sure this game is legit at Tulane.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Gilman Stadium in New Orleans. I'm taking the Green Wave for 3.
I like it.
I think Ed Summerall's done a good job there. I think his first name's Ed. That doesn't sound right now. Summerall's, that was his last name. And I just don't think Northwestern's going to be very good.
Yeah.
So, Florida Atlantic at Maryland. Maryland's a 14.5-point favorite.
I have Maryland for 6.
I got the Terps for 4. The game of the week, Fox Big Noon, number 1 Texas, 1.5-point dogs at number 3 Ohio State.
This will be the J-Man's bucket prediction of the week. Give me Ohio State. I have 3 confidence points on them. It's tough to win in the shoe, man. Especially, Arch Manning. He had some time last year, and I think he made a start or 2 last year.
2 starts against, I think, Louisiana Monroe and somebody else.
Yeah, so this will be an actual test for him, his first ever actual test. But again, it could be the same thing for Julian Sayin to Ohio State's quarterback. But probably, I would say, at the end of the year, this will be considered the matchup that had the most talent combined on the field. But yeah, give me Ohio State for 3. J-Man's Book and Prediction of the Week brought to you by Travis Watchering Insurance Agency, Life, Home, Auto, Business, Renters, Workers' Comp, and Farm Insurance. Contact Travis 219-869-4561.
And I'm just curious. I'm trying to look up what the cheapest ticket to get in the door for that game is on Ticketmaster. Let's see here. If it loads. Does Ticketmaster even have? Yeah. Okay, so you can actually get in for $322.92. That's cheaper than I thought it was going to be honest.
You have 100,000 people, though. Where are you going to be standing?
This is way, way, way up.
Yeah, I'd rather watch it on TV.
Oh, I'm just shocked it's that low, though. The price. I figured it'd be a lot higher.
That's pretty high, though.
Yeah, well, everything's high anymore. Tickets to everything's high anymore. Old Dominion at number 20, Indiana, who's a 24-point favorite.
Give me IU for 12.
I don't remember if I picked the Ohio State. I
don't think you did.
For 1. Buckeyes for 1. I got Indiana for 15. I think they roll pretty easily. Nevada at number 2, Penn State, who's a 44-point favorite.
Give me Penn State for 17.
I got the Nittany Lions for 17 as well. Montana State at number 7, Oregon, who's a 27.5-point favorite.
I have Oregon for 18.
I got the Ducks for 18 as well. Albany, who I didn't even – actually, it's University at Albany. Yeah, that's the same thing as Albany. They must have changed their name, though. Didn't even know they had a football program. They play at Iowa's 37.5-point favorite.
I wonder how much Iowa's paying them to come play them from Albany, New York. Give me Iowa for 16.
I got the Hawks for 16 as well. Missouri State at USC, who is a 35-point favorite.
USC for 13.
I got the Trojans, about the Spartans. Trojans for 14. New Mexico at number 14, Michigan, who their coach is suspended, but they're still 35-point favorites.
Michigan for 14.
I got Michigan for 12. Colorado State at Washington.
What's the line on that one?
22.5.
Give me Washington for 9.
I got the Huskies for 6. And Utah's a 6-point favorite on the road at UCLA.
Give me Utah for 2.
I got the Utes for 2 as well. So the only game we differed as far as the victor is Northwestern and Tulane.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I looked at the spreads on all of them except that one, and I didn't even realize Tulane was favored. Or I probably would have picked Tulane, but I'm glad I didn't.
Yep. It changes things up and guarantees one of us is going to beat the other one.
Yeah.
For week 1.
So. That doesn't guarantee anything. Does it? Does it?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going by overall points, no.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. If we're going by record. But top 25 matchups got one Thursday night. Number 25, Boise State travels to Tampa, Florida to play South Florida. Boise State's 6.5-point favorite.
I don't know who's left on Boise State from that playoff team, but obviously there's enough to be ranked in the top 25. So give me Boise State in the closing.
Yep, I'm taking the Broncos as well. Syracuse is at number 24, Tennessee on Saturday. Tennessee's a 13.5-point favorite.
Give me Tennessee.
I think Tennessee wins pretty easily, except I like what Coach Brown has done out there at Syracuse. He recruits pretty well. Number 8, Alabama is playing Florida State. It's a legit road game at Florida State. Alabama is 13.5-point favorites.
Coming off a 2-10 season, all right, we get a fresh start. Oh, here comes Alabama. That's rough. that's rough. Give me Bama.
Gus Malzahn has had some success against Alabama. That was when he was head coach at Auburn. Now he's OC at Florida State, but I think Bama wins and they cover that spread.
Yeah.
Another big game, top 10 matchup, number 9 LSU versus number 4 Clemson. And another true road game at Clemson. Props to these schools playing true road games and not the neutral games.
Yeah, I hate the neutral. Hate it.
Clemson's a 4-point favorite.
At home, they're only a 4-point favorite, huh?
Tigers against Tigers. Both these teams should be playoff teams.
Is Clemson's, do they call Clemson State Death Valley too? Or is that just LSU?
Yes, they do, because Brian Kelly said something about the real Death Valley, and Clemson players said he'll see come August 30th. That was a couple weeks ago.
That's right. Give me Clemson. I can't stand Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly can't win the big one early on in the season.
Yeah.
Give me Clemson as well. Sunday, Virginia Tech at number 13, South Carolina, who is an 8-point favorite. And I believe this is a true road game for Tech. Nope. I'm glad I looked it up. It's in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Give me South Carolina. I cannot stand Shane Beamer, though. Can't stand him. I'm
taking Tech in the upset. I think South Carolina. Sellers is a great quarterback. I think they're overrated.
I agree. Yeah.
They're overrated. Travis watching here on Facebook. Clemson finally bought into the portal. I think they're dangerous this year. Oh, yeah. I think they're.
Yeah. I think I read Clemson brought in 18 or 19 transfers this year, where the previous year they didn't bring in a single one because Dabo hated the portal. But then he realized, I need to start doing that.
Klubnik's the Heisman contender before the season. So, and then the Sunday night, 7:30 Eastern time, number 6 Notre Dame, 2.5-point favorites at number 10 Miami.
My Canes. Give me the Canes.
I think we both, that was the only loss you had Notre Dame having this year 2 weeks ago. This was one of 2. I also picked Boise State to sneak up on them in October. I'm sticking with Miami, but I think this is going to be a very good game. And Travis said tread lightly.
Yeah.
And Dane Umont.
Wow.
You're gonna make him pull the sponsorship. Thanks, Jay, man.
Reds suck too. Let's
just pour it
get
on.
It all out there. Dolphins are gonna beat the Colts week 1.
Ohio State basketball is gonna get swept by Illinois.
Yeah. If they play twice, I don't even know if they play twice, but might as well just get it all out there.
I think it'll be a really good game. I think
it's a game. I think Notre Dame probably wins, but
both teams can actually afford to lose and be fine in the bigger picture. How many losses can Notre Dame get away with this year and still make the playoff, or does it depend who they lose to?
I think it depends on who they lose to.
Fair.
but then again, they got in there last year when they lost to Northern Illinois. So, but was that their only loss? Or
Yeah,
did they have
until the
two? Okay.
championship. They're in the table.
Say they lose 2 games and one of them are to like a I don't even know what their schedule looks like. Or to a team like a Northern Illinois, I don't think they get in. But
Yeah.
I think 2 gets them in, depending on who the losses are to. If they lose this one and then lose to again, I don't know their schedule. Another very good ranked team, then I think they're probably
Well,
going to
they
get.
open up this game, then they got to bye. Then they play Texas A&M at home. Then they play Purdue at home. Then at Arkansas. Then Boise State at home, just to open up the season.
Yeah, it's about time they start playing somebody. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
USC on the schedule.
Yeah,
Nope.
it'll be interesting to see how many people show up to the game in Miami because even when the Canes are good, they have a real hard time selling any tickets to that stadium. Ever since I got rid of the Orange Bowl, so.
Well, and I was talking with a Notre Dame employee over the weekend, and they said that it's amazing how many tickets become available every year after Notre Dame loses one game.
That's wild, yeah.
Especially last year. They said after Northern Illinois, tickets came up like crazy for the next home game. Of course, looking back, I still think it was the best thing that could have happened to that team. Got them locked and focused, and they knew they had little to no error remaining for us.
That was maybe the worst thing that happened to Ryan Walters was Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame the week before.
Yes.
If Notre Dame would have rolled Northern, it might have been a little different. Maybe not 66-0 or whatever.
And Purdue had that bye week. They had extra weeks to prepare. 66-7.
66-7. Yeah.
And Indiana was worse because they got shut out.
Yeah.
So Travis says Reds are a joke. Giving us this chance is horrible.
Yeah.
The Mets are sweating though. Mets are sweating.
They are. Mets had a decent weekend, but yeah, the Mets are, especially Frank the Tank. He's sweating.
And we did have a top 25 matchup in week 0. Number 22, Iowa State beat number 17, Kansas State over in Ireland, 24-21.
Didn't watch any of it.
I watched a few plays. So
I have a hard time getting into week 0. I get into week 0 like I get into the new XFL or whatever it is. I don't watch it.
Yeah, the U.S.
Oh, did they merge? See.
Yeah, they merged. I
USFL.
It might still be X. Yeah, it's one of those two. They merged though. Yeah. Look at next week's slate for top 25 games. You got Michigan at Oklahoma. And that is the lone top 25 against top 25.
Yeah. Week 2 and week 3 are kind of bad with the ranked matchups, but after those weeks, the conference play starts and it gets more interesting. But
glad football's back. High school football in Indiana kicked off last week. College football technically did, but the teams that most people care about in the Midwest kick off this week. And then the NFL will be kicking off a week from Thursday.
Yeah, and we will be getting
preseason in the books.
Yeah. Our division picks here in a few minutes. But first, do you want to get educated?
Yeah, I need it badly. It's a Monday, for sure.
On this day in 1875, Captain Matthew Webb makes the first recorded unassisted swim across the English Channel in 21 hours and 45 minutes.
Evan Webb, if you're listening, I want you to go look at your family tree and see if you're related.
Matthew Webb's probably a fairly common name.
Probably. Hey, Evan Webb was a good swimmer back in the day. I believe he was a Rochester Royal.
How long do you think it'd take you to swim across the English Channel?
I'd die. So
I was gonna say I'd cramp up about 30 feet out and just either get eaten by a shark or drown.
Yep.
One of the two. On this day in a lot of men's tennis this week.
Not very good at that.
In 1922, the Cubs beat the Phillies 26-23 in the highest scoring Major League Baseball game.
26-23. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's some.
I bet that was a long game too. I mean, if you're scoring that many runs, some innings are lasting forever.
At the same time, there's no commercial breaks, so
true.
It might have evened out.
Do you think they did anything back then instead of commercial breaks, like anything on the field for entertainment or something in between innings?
I mean, it was the Roaring '20s, so
Yeah.
maybe they
Yeah.
had something, but I don't know. They don't talk about that aspect of it
No.
very much. Who won the PGA Championship on this day in 1946?
Let's go with Ben Hogan. No idea.
You got it.
Did I? All right.
Yeah.
Lucky guess.
On this day in 1960, the AFL begins placing players' names on the backs of their jerseys.
Yeah, it was just on this day, this past Friday, was like on this day in 1959 when they got the charters for the 8 original teams. The AFL did. Yeah, the cities.
On this day in. Not a lot of stuff here. 1985, the Mets' Dwight Doc Gooden became the youngest pitcher to win 20 games. He was only 20 years old.
He was a heck of a pitcher.
On this day in 86, Mark McGwire hit his first major league homer.
He'd go on to hit quite a few.
Yeah. On this day in 1996, Tiger Woods won the 96th U.S. Golf Amateur Championship. He ended up having a pretty good career.
Not too shabby. Haven't heard much about old Tiger. Well, I take that back. He was in the headlines last week. Never mind. About
who won
on tour. Sorry.
The PGA Tour Championship on this day in 2019?
Ooh, PGA Tour Championship. I'm not good at these. The Tour Championship, not the FedEx Cup. The Tour Championship. That was the year. I'm gonna go with McIlroy.
It was. He beat Xander Schauffele by 4 strokes.
I remember that was the year Tiger won the Masters. So
$15 million.
Yeah. Did you see what happened over the weekend on the tour?
I saw that Fleetwood actually won.
Finally won. First tour event he ever won.
That's
which
crazy.
I'm cool with. I like Tommy Fleetwood. But he won the whole FedEx Cup. Scotty Scheffler dominates the year and doesn't win. So everybody's complaining about John Rahm.
That makes no sense.
Last week when Joaquin Needham had won 5 times on the LIV
Yeah.
and Rahm hadn't won. It's almost the same thing. Well, they changed the format this year. In the years past, if they kept the same format, Scotty Scheffler would have won by 1. The Tour Championship itself, because you keep your finish for the last 3, like, so whatever Scotty shot the previous 2 tournaments, he'd been teeing off. Say he was 6 under combined, or 16 under combined. He'd been teeing off in the Tour Championship at 16 under combined.
Oh, okay.
So it helped to have a lead in the standings, but they changed it up this year to just be like everything resets. But yeah, and then to LIV, this was the team championship. It took them 20 holes to decide it. Jon Rahm's team came back from 5 down to beat Bryson DeChambeau's team. So Jon Rahm's team won the team championship. He won the individual last week. So pretty good year for him.
I was gonna say pretty good year.
Mm-hmm. Was that your last on this day?
That's the last one. That'll do it.
And that is the On This Day segment, which is brought to you by, like it is every week, Mooney Wood Laser Crafts. Mooney Wood Laser Crafts is a veteran-owned and operated woodcraft shop based out of Texas with Indiana grassroots. They provide 100% hand-cut custom designs that fit your needs, and their pieces are a great addition to any home, office, or man cave. You can see some of their recently completed projects by visiting them at Mooney Wood Laser Crafts on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you let them know the Tan and J Man Show sent you, you get 15% off your first order. So whether that's a patch for your hat, a sticker, a wooden sign, growth chart, whatever you want, that can make it out of lasers and out of anything wood. So hit them up, tell them the Tan and J Man Show sent you, get 15% off. Now it's time to talk about the National Football League. We do this every year. We use the playoff predictors website like we do for the Big Ten. And as always, there's a few teams I'm looking at here shaking my head.
Yeah.
Having the record worse than I think it's going to be, way better than I think it's going to be. But that's
I did not have a winless team this year, so that's a win.
I almost did.
I did too. I almost did, but it seems like it's the first year since we've been doing this that I did not have an 0-16 or 0-17 team.
I had a 1-16 and a 2-15, but
I had a 1-16 as well. I did not have a 2-15 though, but I did have a 1-16, and I did not have.
And I think my best record. I had 2 teams go 14-3. So
My best record's 15-2, and I had a couple at 14-3, so it wasn't too outlandish this year.
you know,
Which division do you want to start with?
AFC East.
All right, let's start with the AFC East. Who do you have winning it?
I got the Buffalo Bills with a 5-1 divisional record, 14-3, number one seed in the AFC.
I have the Buffalo Bills as well, getting the number one overall seed at 15-2. I have them having the best record in the league. Could this be the year for the Buffalo Bills?
I almost say it's got to be. I think that window's starting to close, as crazy as it sounds.
I agree. Yeah, there's quite a few headlines with both the Bills and the Ravens. Can Allen win the big one? Can Lamar win the big one? It's remained to be seen so far.
Yep.
Who do you have finished in second?
I got the Miami Dolphins at 3-3 in division, 8-9, just missing the playoffs as the 9th seed.
I have the Dolphins finished in second as well at 9-8, so we're right there, and I have them missing the playoffs as well. So
I thought you had them 15-2 earlier.
Yeah,
their schedule's pretty tough.
It is, but at the same time, you look at the start of their schedule, like, man, they could get off to an okay start. I mean, it's set up to do that. Now they have to go out there and win games. It obviously all comes down to Tua's health.
Sure.
Is
Zach Wilson the main backup down there?
I think so. Although I think Quinn Ewers outplayed him in the preseason.
So they got to roll with 3.
A whole lot. Yeah, I think they'll roll with 3. I think they like Ewers enough where they'll keep 3. But their secondary is suspect. They'll rush the heck out of the passer though with Jalen Phillips, Chubb, Chop, Zach Sealer. And they're much deeper at the wide receiver spot, but their offensive line stinks, so it won't matter. I have the Jets finishing third.
I got the Patriots also at 8-9, but 2-4 in the division.
I have the Jets at 6-11 and finishing third, and I have the Patriots at 6-11 finishing fourth. So the Jets had the tiebreaker over them.
I got the Jets at 4-13, 2-4 in the division. I just don't see them being very good.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be very good. I don't know why I had them winning as many games as I did, but that was one of the things that I must have thought their schedule was easier than some other teams. But
what's Justin Fields have to do to be the guy in New York?
I don't think there's like a stat you put on like he needs to throw this many touchdowns or run for this many touchdowns. I mean, you just got to win games, honestly, and I don't know if their team's good enough to. Was he and Garrett Wilson were there at the same time, right? At Ohio State.
I want to say so.
Unless he was
CJ Stroud was.
Yeah, maybe they might have overlapped by a year, so at least there's a little bit of familiarity, so they could put up some big numbers. But yeah, I just new coach Aaron Glenn. I just don't. I've never really believed in Justin Fields as an NFL quarterback. So,
and speaking of new coaches, we should say Mike Vrabel, new coach out.
Yes, I think he'll make them much tougher. I don't know if I believe in Drake May.
Still early.
It is. Dolphins play them week 2, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, Vrabel's a tough SOB that'll get his team. He'll get his team ready. That's for sure. So, what division next?
I'll just go down my list here. AFC West.
All righty. I know who you have winning it because you have to have them winning it. In that, I assume you have the Denver Broncos winning it. You don't.
I'm going on the record because my bold prediction, I do think they're going to win the West, but my predictions didn't line up that way.
Interesting. Well, I have the Chiefs winning the AFC West
at I have
14-3.
I got 13-4.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be 14-3 good though, but I still had them at 14-3. So
that's why I'm mad. Like I have the Broncos exactly where I think record-wise they're going to be. Yeah. And the Chiefs, I still have a game better.
So you have the Broncos finishing second then?
No, I got the Chargers somehow in a tiebreaker. Chargers Broncos have the same exact record, division 4-2, 12-5 overall, but somehow the Chargers got the tiebreaker at the 5th seed, Broncos 6th seed.
Well, I have the Chargers finishing second as well as at 11-6. Maybe I just thought Denver's schedule was tough.
They got a chance to get early on. It's fairly tough in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think their defense is going to be real good. It comes down, can Bo Nix take that next step, and offensive line, can they hold up health wise? And I mean, they're deep. That's one thing in the preseason, I try not to put too much emphasis
Right.
on preseason, but they showed me they have more depth than they've had in a while. So
Yeah.
I got expectations. It scares me. First time in a decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have expectations. I haven't finished in 9-8. I don't know why that is, and I have them missing the playoffs as the. I think I have them 8th. I think Pittsburgh had the tiebreaker over them, but I have them 9-8. But again, it all comes down to can Nix take the next step.
Yep.
And if he does, I think I absolutely can win 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm somewhere in between. I have the Raiders 6-11.
I got them 4-13, 0-6 in the division. I'm a hater.
You are.
I think Pete Carroll will do good things there eventually, but I'm not a Geno Smith believer.
I'm not either. I think he'll be fine. I saw O'Connell's going to be out for a while.
Broke his wrist 6 to 8 weeks. He wasn't playing good anyway.
But yeah, I think Geno makes them better than what they had the past couple of years, but I still don't think they're very good. So Raiders 6-11.
AFC North.
I have Baltimore winning that one at 14-3.
I'm 13-4, 5-1 in the division.
I have Bengals finishing second at 12-5.
I do as well. 4-2 in the division. 7th seed though in the AFC.
I have Pittsburgh finishing third at 9-8 and making the playoffs.
I got them 11-6, 3-3 division, but they just missed being the 8th seed. That'd be struggle. 11-6.
11-6. That'd be brutal.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And then is Cleveland your 1-16 team?
Yep.
They are mine as well.
6 in the division.
I think they're going to be bad.
They're keeping all 4 quarterbacks on a 53-man roster. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, Flacco's going to be the starter. Just roll with one of the young guys. See what you got in Gabriel or Shadur or whatever. But Kenny Pickett stinks. Just release him. Let him go somewhere else if he can't even go somewhere else. But I think they'll be very bad, very very bad. So.
Yep, me too.
That leaves us with one AFC division left, and that is the South, which I think this will be the worst division in football this year.
This or the NFC South, but I actually have this one being worse. Looking at the NFC South, so yeah,
I do too. And I don't have it being worse. I have the South being worse. I missed it. Both South divisions will stink.
Yes,
but I do have Houston winning this one comfortably at 11-6.
I got them 12-5, but not losing a division game. So
yeah, I have Jacksonville at 7-10, finishing second.
I got them 6-11, 2-4.
Then who you have finishing third?
I got these two teams with the same record, but the Colts are third, Titans fourth, 4-13 and 2-4 in the division.
I have both these teams finishing with the same record as well, but I have Tennessee third and the Colts fourth at 5-12. So I think it'll be rough.
Who are your 7 teams in the AFC playoffs?
My 7 teams in the AFC, I have Buffalo as the 1 seed. I have Kansas City as the 2.
Yep.
Baltimore 3. Houston 4. Cincinnati 5.
We're across the board.
Chargers 6.
I got Chargers 5.
Pittsburgh 7.
Broncos 6. And Cincinnati 7. So we're pretty darn close.
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close.
Who do you have as far as the playoffs in the AFC go? What's it look like for you?
I have Cincinnati beating Houston in the 5-4 matchup.
I got Houston over LA in that one.
I have Baltimore beating LA, and then
I got Baltimore beating Denver.
Kansas City beating Pittsburgh.
I got Kansas City over Cincinnati.
And then I have Baltimore winning in Kansas City to go to the conference championship game.
Me too.
Then I have Buffalo beating Cincinnati to go to the conference championship game.
I got Buffalo beating Houston.
And then I have Baltimore winning in Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. I'm a hater there. I can't pick Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl.
I got the Bills taking care of the Ravens at home.
So I have, the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I think I might have had them in there last year as well, but I cannot remember.
NFC West.
This is one that I couldn't believe I had them as good as they were because I don't think they'll even be like playoff good. And I have them winning the division, and it's the San Francisco 49ers.
I did it again, J-Man. 14-3.
That makes me feel better.
Every year I do it with the Niners. Do I not? Every year.
That makes me feel better because they traded Debo. Their other guy, I forget his name, who caused a bunch of issues with his contract last year.
Ayuk?
Yes, he's hurt. McCaffrey is back. I don't believe in Purdy. They lost quite a bit on defense, but I have them 11-6, winning the division.
I must have a man crush on Kyle Shanahan or
You do.
something. Like I don't understand. Every year I have him winning like 15 games, 14 games.
They were bad last year. Like
But
they were
so
legitimately bad.
They're
And
so talented, though. That's the thing.
I don't think they're that talented anymore, though, because they've lost a lot of guys. But I still have them 11-6. I don't get it.
Yeah, I got them number 1 seed in the NFC at 14-3, 5-1 division.
I do not have them as the number 1 seed. I have them as the. Where are they? Did I not put them? Oh, I have them as a 2 seed.
Okay.
So I have the Rams finishing second at 10-7.
I got them at 9-8, 3-3, finishing second, but sneaking in the playoffs as a 7 seed.
I have them in the playoffs as well as the 6 seed. So I think this is a pretty good division, top to bottom. I have the Seattle Seahawks finishing third at 8-9.
I got them 9-8, 2-4, but missing the playoffs.
I have missed the playoffs as well, and then I have the Cardinals at 8-9 as well, finishing fourth.
I got the Cardinals at 7-10, 2-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty competitive division. Really, I could see all 4 teams winning this one. So it might be the only division I can say that for. In fact, it is definitely.
NFC North, I might be able to say that, but I'm not going to. But I could. I'm not.
Yeah.
NFC East. Josh's favorite division.
Yeah, we're going to have to see him on Sunday Night Football at least 8 times this year. At least one team. I'll probably all 4 of them will be on.
Season opener, let alone.
Of course it is. I have the Eagles winning that division at 14-3. I think they'll be very, very good again.
I got the Cowboys at 13-4, 5-1 in the division, 2 seed in the NFC.
I have the Eagles as the 1 seed. I do have Dallas finishing second at 11-6 and making the playoffs. So I just think there's so many distractions with the Micah Parsons situation.
Sure.
That could have lingering effects. And I'm not a believer in Dak Prescott at all. And I think they'll be good. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they're going to be Super Bowl good.
I got the Eagles second at 12-5, 4-2, 5th seed.
I have the Washington Commanders finishing third and missing the playoffs at 9-8. I think they'll be good. I think they'll be solid. I don't buy them being this next big team that's going to be elite.
I think they take a step back. I got them missing the playoffs as well. 8-9, 3-3 in the division.
They did get an extension done with McLaren today, so that'll take some sort of distraction. And they have Debo, but again, I think last year is more of a flash in the pan than it was.
Just got rid of Brian Robinson.
Yeah, trade him to the Niners actually. So we both have the Giants finishing fourth. I have them at 6-11,
2-15. 0-6 division. I think they're going to stink. Jackson Dart will be starting by week 4.
He should just be starting now.
Should be starting.
I mean, you can have Russ in there. He's just going to get you mediocre. He's good enough to get you mediocre. Just go.
That's an agent contract right there. That's agent term saying my guy's got to start. Yeah. And I think this is last year of his career. He didn't want him to go be back anywhere.
Yeah. So. The guy that'd be the most fun to watch is Jameis Winston handling the New York media and being there. But
if I'm the Raiders, I call and try to get him.
Even though you have Geno?
For a backup. Why Aiden's out.
Yeah. That'd be fast.
He's probably better than Aiden is anyways.
Yeah, I agree. All right. NFC North, you want to do that one next?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lions take a step back, but I still have them winning the division, even though they have them finishing with the same record as the Green Bay Packers at 10-7.
This is the division I have to shake my head on because I only have one team making the playoffs.
I have 2 teams.
And that's the Packers as the 3 seed with 11-6 record, 3-3 in the division.
Yeah, I have Tigers. I have the Lions 10-7, Packers 10-7, both making the playoffs. I have the Lions as the 3 and the Packers as the 7 seed. So
I got the Lions as the 8 seed, just missing out, 9-8, 4-2. I think they're going to be better than that. I must not like their schedule or something.
Yeah. The way they lost last year after getting, the 1. Were they the 1 seed? They were the 1 seed in the NFC, and losing to Washington leaves
at home.
Bad at home, yeah. Bad taste in your mouth, and it'll be interesting to see if they can recover from that.
Well,
But
the year before they lost an NFC Championship, a double-digit
yeah,
lead at San
yeah,
Francisco.
blew. It was
So,
like a 3 touchdown lead. Yeah. Who you have finishing third?
I got the Bears at 8-9, 3-3. I know I can hear Bear fans yelling at me right now for having them with a losing record, but patience,
Yeah.
patience.
I don't care if Bears fans yell at me. I have them 7-10, finishing third in the division. I don't buy Caleb Williams at all. I buy Ben Johnson. I will say that, but I do not buy his quarterback there. So I have the Vikings being real bad. I'm at 4-13.
I got them 5-12. Sorry to our classmate and friend Trent Jameson, who I just played golf with in the Rochester basketball outing over the weekend, but he doesn't have high expectations for his Vikings this year either. So.
It all depends on McCarthy. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. He missed all last year. He handed the ball off a bunch at Michigan, and he somehow
that's a good
first
point.
round pick. So we'll see. It'll be kind of fun to watch though. But then we have the NFC South, where I have as the worst division in football, but I do have Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning that one at 10-7.
I don't think it's a good division either. Yet I have two teams somehow making the playoffs. I got the Buccaneers win division at 10-7 as well, 5-1 in the division. Second, for the 6th seed in NFC, I have the Falcons going 10-7, 4-2, which I don't really know what to think of Michael Penix yet, but I must think he's good enough to win 10 games.
I have them finishing second, but I have them only going 6-11.
Yeah, I more think they're going to do what you have them doing. It's just one of those things. I don't know.
I have Carolina finishing third at 5-12.
I got them 4-13, 2-4 in the conference.
I think the Saints and the Browns will be battling it out for Arch Manning sweepstakes. Should he come out? I know Archie said he's not going to, but who knows? But I have the Saints finishing at 3-14.
I got them 3-14 as well. It could be interesting if you have the Browns, Saints, and Giants, but Giants just took yards, so I don't think they would.
Yeah, and the Saints took a quarterback in the second round. It's a lot easier to take a quarterback in the first round. He's over
27 years old.
So who do you have in the NFC playoffs here?
I got the Niners as my 1 seed. I got the Cowboys as my 2, Packers 3, Buccaneers 4, Eagles 5, Falcons 6, and Rams 7.
I have the Eagles 1, Niners 2, Lions 3, Bucks 4, Cowboys 5, Rams 6, and Packers 7 seed.
I like yours a lot more than mine.
I have the Packers going into San Francisco and advancing to the divisional round and beating the Niners there in the wild card round.
I have the Eagles going into Tampa and winning the 4-5 matchup.
I have the Lions beating the Rams in Detroit.
I got Green Bay beating Atlanta in Green Bay.
Then I have Tampa Bay beating Dallas in that other one.
I got Dallas beating the Rams.
Then I have 3-seeded Detroit over Tampa Bay to go to the conference championship.
I got 2-seeded Dallas beating 3-seeded Green Bay at home.
And then I have the Eagles beating the Packers.
I got 1-seeded San Francisco beating 5-seed Philadelphia.
And then I have the Eagles beating the Lions and going to their 2nd straight Super Bowl.
I'm a hater here. I couldn't put the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. So once again, I got the Niners in the Super Bowl facing the Bills.
Who you have winning the Super Bowl?
That'd be awful for you. That would be awful for you.
That'd
Niners,
be brutal.
Bills?
Yeah, that'd be brutal.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
I'd root for the Niners for sure. Definitely.
That makes one of your family members very happy.
Yeah.
I got the Bills, the wagons circling around the Buffalo Bills and beating the Niners.
I have Lamar winning his first one and submitting himself as the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's got the MVP awards. Now he just needs the title, and he's going to get it. Book it. So that's our NFL preview. That was fun. That's my favorite show of the year, I'll say.
Usually pretty smooth.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll give you a birdie bogey here before I start hacking up a lung. What running back led the NFL in rushing yards the most times?
I don't think it's right. I'm almost positive it's not. I can't get a birdie to save for the life of me. I mean, it's the end of August and I haven't got one yet this year. That's so embarrassing to admit. But first guy that came to my mind, he's a Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson.
That is incorrect. That's a good
Yeah.
guess, though.
Yeah.
Jim Brown.
Didn't even. I could have guessed 5 guys won, but Jim Brown.
Jim Brown did it 8 times, believe it or not. 8?
Yeah, a lot of people argue him or Walter is the best NFL running back ever.
Walter, I think I saw only did it twice, maybe. Once or twice. I saw his name on there. I can't remember, but yeah, Jim Brown. That was a surprising one. Tanner will not be with us next week, as I believe my dad is going to join for next week's episode. So hope you guys have a fantastic week, everybody. And the J-Man, at least, will be back at her next Monday. Have a great week.